Hey guys, and welcome back to another What I've Heard. Today we are doing part 4 to What If Naruto was turned into a female kitsune. And just before we get into this, so next week, Monday, which I believe is the 7th, for those who have somewhat possibly been waiting, part 16 to What If Naruto was what if Kurama's chakra turns Naruto into a female. Part 16 will be out Monday the 7th of November. Yes. So if you've been waiting for that, it'll be out that day. So, yes. Anyway, let's get into this. So, a week could go by as, her and, well, she'd spent, besides from finding the library, the Uzumaki library, the lost library of Uzugakure, pretty much taking it in like the everything, the stuff in the vault, which surprisingly opened to her, which meant that she was related to the or 30-40 years ago, whenever the clan was destroyed. Yeah, around 30 years ago, when Uzugakure fell, she was related to that the current and last Uzukage leader of the village. And, well, she'd went through, during that week she'd went through the tower, looking through, not exactly looking, more so just just looking through some of the records, and had found that the leader of the village had always somewhat had a direct descendant from, like, a direct descendant straight to the Sage of Six Path. So it wasn't like, it was a straight up direct, and not say your parents married in say one of your parents were a half Uzumaki, then either 1/4 or 1/4, then 1/2, then 175, and you're 99.997% Uzumaki. Naruto is pretty much a pure 50% Uzumaki, which, she pretty much is the purest of Uzumakis there are left in the world. And anyway, though, during that week, she'd sent out in the last, the ending, she'd sent out a message to the land of snow, the snow daimyo, or the land of snow, or the land of spring, whatever it's going, though I'm pretty sure it's still going by the land of snow. Pretty much Koyuki, or Yuki. Her actress name is known by Koyuki, which is the, of course, current snow daimyo. She'd sent a letter to her via, thanks to Kurama giving her the kitsune / fox summoning contract, so that she could obviously summon foxes and that. Anyway, she'd heard back, and Koyuki was very much happy to know that Naruto was very much fine, and Naruto didn't exactly possess a picture of herself, and she wasn't exactly great at writing, so drawing wouldn't be that great either. So she'd just somewhat wrote out the changes, the physical changes that she'd went through, and what is actually changed. That, though, Koyuki just said, I pretty much don't care, come and like, tell me when you're, like, yeah, tell me when you're on, well, yeah, when you're somewhat on the way, so that I can actually get so that I can meet you, like, at the port. As, yeah, she very much probably wanted to catch up with Naruto, and also, so, well, yeah. Anyway, though, because, yeah, Naruto did do that. Naruto was currently on a ship a day, well, not even a day right now, just an hour or so away from hitting the land, well, not hitting, but docking at the land snow. And she's somewhat excited to meet Koyuki again, to meet her best friend. Of course, she'd hid her ears and tail when she got back. She'd hid her ears and tail, so she pretty much looked like how she was, though, just snow white hair and just somewhat snow white hair. Of course, no sword. She's still hasn't got a sword. Anyway, yeah, and wow, of course, which wasn't no surprise to her, she very much got a lot of people staring and looking at her, some even with hearts in their eyes, which she somewhat just ignored, as she could very much care less. Heck, she was up until she'd went nuking. She was technically she wasn't a Kunoichi of Konoha due to the fact that she hadn't been re-registered as a female Kunoichi of Konoha, so thus in a way she's not a nuke-nin, because second she became a female kitsune, her male registration was obviously cancelled, was invalid, thus she pretty much left kind of perfectly, because they can't claim anything to her because she wasn't a registered shinobi to Konoha. So she actually wasn't a nuke nin. So we'll kind of try and get her back because she was that Jinchuriki, but she didn't really give a damn. And anyway, so yeah, and she'd just be somewhat just kind of on the just somewhat standing on the front of the ship, so she could just probably channel shock into it, like jump and run straight towards the docks and arrive an hour early, but should enjoy the some amount of time, the hour that was left, because who knows really she's somewhat just going to enjoy the bit more of a break, because who knows what's going to happen. Of course, she also knew Land Snow doesn't have a hidden village. Sure, they had shinobi, but the shinobi were directly under Koyuki's control, under the daimyo's control. And if she wants to, of course, erect a hidden village, she very much would rather not be the whatever that village would be called, probably like Village Hidden Snow or something like that. She'd rather not be its leader, as she has no idea how to lead people, and plus she's very much still wanting to obviously train, get stronger, and you're a leader, you just sit there signing paperwork all day. So yeah, maybe one of the snow shinobis that are alive may be obviously very much willing to be the leader. And yeah. And then, anyway, yes, obviously continue to train and, well, yeah, and of course there's also, the Suna who would, Koyuki did also ask obviously Suna for helping, say, setting up a hidden village and somewhat stuff to train their shinobi in, their future shinobi. So yes, whereas they do have some, they generally use obviously armor that generally somewhat aids them quite a fair amount. So yeah, so yeah. When that would go by, I should just enjoy the breeze and that. And yeah, once you'd step up, once the ship would pull into docks, you'd get off, and she could immediately sense where Koyuki was. Well, and it was somewhat obvious when you're kind of sworn amongst a load of people. It's pretty obvious, just follow where a massive crowd is. So she'd eventually she'd just walk, and she'd then somewhat, she'd just arrive and, she wasn't exactly, Koyuki wouldn't be outside the carriage due to, obviously found very much more than the autograph and that, and, the only other entrance spot was the roof, which she had installed, knowing that more so obviously probably better her somewhat have a roof entrance so she could jump in and out via the roof, or any of the, say, shinobi or that, if they come to visit and fans crowd the doors, they can jump just on top of it. Naruto, of course, when walking out with somewhat somewhat notice her, and Koyuki would somewhat point somewhat upwards, and which Naruto would immediately realise it'd take her a couple of seconds to realise what she meant. And once she'd got it, she'd then jump onto, she'd walk up a building and jump across and then land on top and slide inwards. Once she did, Koyuki would then tell the person whoever the person who tells the horses to go forward, and that, the carriage driver, that be, I don't know, I really don't know the actual name for that person, though. They'd start moving, and she'd go, I thought you said I was then rather somewhat two foxes and a tail would pop out. You had them hidden, didn't you? She's like, I was on a boat with other people. I didn't exactly want, a load of unknown people to know that I was a kitsune. Plus, they may either think I'm, the nine-tailed fox or something stupid like that. Which Koyuki would just somewhat not go, how have you, somewhat been since we, since we last met, and that would go, it's been interesting. Since we'd left, the team pretty much just, the teammates just somewhat just fell apart from there, as nothing shy of, like 2 weeks ago, roughly, around 2.5, 3 weeks ago, the woman that kind of person with black eyes and somewhat darkish black hair that was like in shape of a duck's bite. She go, yes, well, that's probably my teammate Sasuke. He'd decided to go somewhat nuking, more precisely to go to someone who was like taunting him with power and the prospect of getting stronger. And this person was Orochimaru Konoha's most infamous S-rank nukenin. And he decided to, or he had thought he'd tried bringing him back, but he'd decided to somewhat slam a technique called the Chidori, developed by our sensei. He'd decided to slam that through my chest, through my heart, and it obliterated my heart. It was destroyed, thankfully. Besides from being an Uzumaki, I also was the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. And she'd go, oh, what does that mean exactly? Well, Jinchuriki by itself means the power of a human sacrifice, which is kind of accurate. It really is accurate, because the tailed beast, which is just a mass of sentient chakra, just chakra that can think, talk, and act how, say, me or you are. It's, though they are in like animals, or sometimes a mix of a couple of animals. The only one that's really is a pure animal is the Two Tails, which is a cat. The fox inside me is, I think, like 98% fox, 1% bunny, and 1% humanish. Oh, why did you say that? Well, the 1% humanish, because it has paw-like, hand-like paws, or paw-like hands. They're something like kind of a mix between human and fox, or fox and human. They're long like humans, but besides from that, they're pretty much fox-like. And the bunny part is the ears. He's got massive bunny ears, but besides from that, he's got 9 tails. And the fox will just grumble about not being respected. I see. And you said like the two and 9 tails. So is there? Yes, there is. The more tails a Biju has, so the 9 tails is much stronger than the 1 tails. The 2 tails, I think, like the 2 tails is stronger than the 1 tails. 3 tails is stronger than the 2 tails, and so on and so forth, up until you get to the 9th, which is the one I have, which is kind of a unique one, as unlike the others, which is double the strength. The 9-tailed fox is, you somewhat add all of, say, the other tailed beasts up together, so all that strength up together, and then double that or times that by 2, which gives you the fox's strength, though I quite conveniently only have half of it, so pretty much just add all 1 through 8 tails up together and you get what I currently have inside of me, the current half strong 9-tailed fox. And she go, oh, I see, so does it only like have 4.5 tails or something like that? I go, no, it still has 9 tails. It's just it's like how chakra is created. Of course, it uses chakra. I think it uses yin and yang. They somehow mix together to produce chakra, and the fox inside of me is yang, and the person who's still inside me, the fourth, I believe, he's still the yin half inside of himself. So yeah, so and well, anyway, how have you been? Koyuki. Like, just not make it about myself. It's oh well, it's been boring since you left, especially. I've been somewhat keeping ish up about like my acting career and that, but being a diamond takes up a lot of the work. And it's just annoying, though. I'm happy though that happy that you're here, and yeah, it's not just well, I'm just happy to be here and happy that you accepted. Obviously, me, because I could very much be a newsman from Konoha who just rogue shinobi in a way, and you can pretty much guarantee Konoha's probably going to try and get me back, possibly no matter what. So and no, I don't care. Well, we've got our own, like our own shinobi force. Whilst we may not have a hidden village, we though have our own shinobi force, and like those what the other daimyos have. I was like those that goes samurai, I think. Well, though I know the 5 daimyo have samurai, and then like 12 ninjas. Like 12 I think he also has a thing called the 12 Ninja Guardian also protecting him. So the 5 daimyo has both. I think So, well, okay, you could just not go, well, instead I somewhat, I didn't exactly follow that, as anywhere I go, I have my shinobi watch. Obviously, be my guard. That would be a better guard than samurai, which, of course, use a sword and attack with a sword. They don't really use chakra, so they're more so protecting at the palace and that. But and obviously shinobi are generally somewhat protect me, so they can obviously protect me from farish away. I would nod and go so, and she goes, though I do if you'd like, need a personal one that's that somewhat help help me, and any times I go out, someone will be by my side and that, and not go, what are you asking me to obviously be your shinobi commander in a way, or like the commander of your shinobi force, and take you go, well, I don't, if you somewhat want to, and of course you can even and plus we could even develop a hidden village. That would go whilst that does sound like a nice thing, I wouldn't exactly want to be the lead of the hidden village. As you go, oh, and why is that? Because they generally handle just paperwork, and yeah, not exactly one for paperwork. And yeah, let somebody else be the village leader, as I generally somewhat want to be strong, but they'll happily be, there to somewhat be like your personal guard. Though if I'm going to be a personal guard, or at least I would also somewhat like a, a sword of that, and just go, that's fine. I can. Well, I've got some stuff from my homeland. Just go, the land of firelight. Not what I mean my homeland. I mean my clan's homeland. Should go, and the Uzumaki clan, or the once great Uzumaki clan. I went there. That's why I sent you the message, and asking if I can have residence here, and that'd probably be coming sometime, and that'd tell you. Koyuki would just go, yeah. It's like, well, yeah, and well, hey, there's, to my knowledge, no Uzumaki alive, so I just took I took whatever was left. I found the library, took everything in the library, sealed everything away into a scroll I sealed, and I then went to the somewhat personal, say, leader's vault, and well, I didn't even have to seal everything away in there because everything was sealed away inside of a scroll, or which had two scrolls, one which was stating why, and if I, and that if it was sometime far in the future where nobody knew about the Uzumakis and that, then who they were and that, and what was in the scroll that I got, which apparently was which has got some swords and that, so, and yeah, so I actually want to, open it up and see, because I haven't from the week I spent in, Uzugakure, I hadn't once looked at what swords there are in there. I just sealed it away and kept it. I just kept it safe. Just got safe up until I got somewhere more safer, like what goes here. And well, so I hope obviously once we get to the, your home, the palace, that I can somewhat, go to a room or bedroom and kind of just unseal my stuff so I know what I have. Which sure, you can. Yeah, sure, and well, yeah, and though you don't have to worry about having to wait around for, say, having a room assigned to you the second I saw the letter from that fox that brought me the message. I'd immediately had my assistants prepare the room and have it somewhat kept clean and that until you arrived. So yeah, they're probably cleaning it right now as we speak. Naruto would just nod him and say, well, yeah, thanks. It's no problem. Naruto will, we'll always be, friends. And Naruto would nod, and you can somewhat see her tail somewhat sway, side to side happily as, Naruto would then whisper into Koyuki's ear and go, I don't just have one tail, as Koyuki would look at it and go, wait, you have, as then the second one would appear. As Naruto would just smile at her and go, yeah, I'm a two-tailed kitsune. As Koyuki was somewhat almost barely holding back restraint, as Naruto would just lay it on Koyuki's lap, and Koyuki would just be just barely restraining herself as Naruto go, well, so Naruto would sign and go, and somewhat tap from Koyuki's leg with her tail as Koyuki would somewhat look at her as Naruto go, well, if you want to pat it, just remember it's attached to me, so be very much gentle. Koyuki would just immediately nod and would go into just stroking it, and that which would somewhat put Naruto in kind of a haven of just pleasure, not exactly sexual pleasure, but pleasure nonetheless. It made her happy. And to Koyuki's surprise, Naruto would let out a cute purr of happiness and contentment as his other tail would just be swaying somewhat even more happier. And of course the fox, which hadn't of course had disconnected that the connection, had also somewhat had a wave of contentment, or that maybe not contentment but definitely happiness or just like the feeling of somebody petting, obviously Nato's tail, because anyway, so its tails were also somewhat swaying, all 9 of them swaying happily as it just basked in the feeling of that. And so after a while they would of course arrive at the palace, and Koyuki would thank the person. Naruto would shift back into somewhat humanoid form, more so where she's hiding her two tails and fox ears. When she'd somewhat though they'd get out they would walk forward into the palace. And Koyuki would go, well, if you want Naruto, you can obviously you can have your tails out here, and I'm the kind of say which Naruto would just nod and would do exactly that, and would release a single tail as Koyuki would go, huh? What about, I prefer only having one tail out. Having 2 or heck even as many as 9 of them would be quite annoying. Though, whilst I prefer to have one out in yes, I would prefer to have them all out, though, of course, having them all poking out from underneath my skirt isn't exactly great. So, only having one out will be, Koyuki would though just she would then drive Naruto, show Naruto the way to her room, and Koyuki would obviously say that if she if Naruto wants anything, to just call for one of the maids, and they would come and either show her to like the bathroom, dining room. One of the maids, when it gets to when it gets obviously time for dinner, they would come and bring her to the dining hall, where Naruto just nodded and I'd say, he said okay. And though just before Koyuki had left, Naruto asked if there's a new place she could possibly train, where she won't exactly say, because she probably is going to do a lot of damage, so there's an a designated area that she could destroy in a sense. Yeah, Koyuki would think and go, really pretty much, I don't know, I'd have to look at a map and, yeah, I guess assign what you'd assign training grounds, which Naruto would just nod. And Koyuki would go, and then, ask if there's anything else, which Naruto would shake her head, and Koyuki would then somewhat leaving Naruto to her own devices in her nice, very much new room, where she'll probably be living for the time being up until she ever decides to move out, which, if she does, then Koyuki would probably give her some type of mansion or something like that for obviously being somewhat friends and, being, very much close friends and that. And just gonna say sorry for the slow pace of this what if, guys. A while later, Naruto had opened up the scroll on pretty much queen size, the biggest. The queen sized, so double bed, beautiful. Very much beautiful bed though. As beautiful as a queen size bed could get. And when she'd unscrolled the seal from her somewhat probably maybe grandfather, grandmother, great grandfather, great grandmother's vault, or probably grandfather, grandmother's someone as leader vault. And of course on it, each one had same they were obviously still, so when we'd have taijutsu, there was taijutsu, there was genjutsu, with the sheer amount of chakra she had, she probably didn't think she'd be that great in genjutsu, though the fox had remarked that if it's Uzumaki genjutsu, then she probably may not even still have enough chakra to actually perform some of the more chakra draining ones, which would surprise her. Her chakra battery not having enough chakra, that was a surprise for her. To note then again, this was Uzumaki. When they were pretty much go big or go home, their chakra were enormous, massive reserves, yet brilliant control. If they ever decided to drain that control, they could get down to pretty much perfect chakra control if they ever wanted to. Anyway, though, it'd be taijutsu, genjutsu, funjutsu, ken, so gen, and ken, so genjutsu, illusionary arts, kenjutsu, so the art of the sword. There's one for money, which when she'd opened that one up, then wonder how much my clan had. Well, it wasn't exactly a clan, it was what the entire village had. And she looked at it, triple checked it, scrolled it, rolled back up and went, damn, I think I'm even richer than what Konoha. It was a ton of money. And of course she also ran away from with her parents' heritage, so what she was meant to get from from Kushina and Minato, her mum and dad, or what the guy should have given her but didn't. So she was like, well, they're mine, I'm taking them. And of course Nom did, or at least realised they'd gone yet. Up until they'd go and jack them and would realise they're gone. Anyway, yeah, that was, I was like, the ninjutsu and ninjutsu, that was also, elemental ninjutsu, and yeah, of course she pretty much had her hand out for, Kenjutsu. She'd opened it up because she somewhat wondering possibly about getting a sword, and she'd read it that each sword would or at least like when opening this scroll, it would have many more scrolls, which each scroll would have a style, and at the bottom would be the sword or swords for that style. So swords, it doesn't mean like, oh yeah, this is a one-handed. So like, oh yeah, this is, say best for one-handed swords. Then they would just have one sword in. No, it just meant swords, meaning obviously just more swords. So the person learning it can choose the right looking sword. And she really was thinking of just about to unseal it when she shook her head and rolled it back up. I should think, well, my taijutsu is shite, it is rubbish, and trying to learn that and a kenjutsu style, it's stupid move, no, very stupid move. And plus I've got obviously chakra control to worry about as well, and once I've got taijutsu, my taijutsu somewhat stands slightly down somewhat, I guess I can also start learning ninjutsu, or more specifically chakra control, which there was a scroll also on that. And heck, that was even a like medic nin scroll. So and she'd bet obviously the Uzumaki library would probably have, she just threw obviously scrolls in them, but though she'd obviously properly open it up and probably go to just the dining room if she'd allowed to obviously access it, besides from breakfast, lunch and dinner, to just unseal the pretty much library and properly sort out each category of scrolls and then seal them into and label what each scroll held. So like kenjutsu, funjutsu, taijutsu, medic nin stuff, chakra control exercises, though that will need even more, like lab, probably even more thing. So and obviously the nice thing about having obviously this stuff from the Uzumaki library would be that if they do go to the extent of building a hidden village, she can very much train them in what her clan. She could rebuild her clan, the Uzumaki clan, in the land of snow, and it's somewhat filled up with joy and somewhat happiness, and that sure should be the probably only Uzumaki, and heck, any child she probably bad would be one quarter kitsune to 1/3 to 2/3 human. No, three quarters human, though the foxes, Kurama would speak up and go, well, not precisely cares, and I'd go, oh, what do you mean, not exactly? Well, no, you're pretty much half Biju kitsune, that will always remain the same. And what I mean by that is that your child, the one you say you'd give birth to, birth, whenever you decide to get pregnant to have a child, that child would also be half Biju. It's just how it would be. It's just the human side, so the human side of you will be somewhat obviously diluted, but yeah. So that would mean that I'd pretty much be birthing kitsunes. Yeah, pretty much kit. Though I would tell you you'd be better off getting pregnant as a human and not kitsune mothers. Yes, you'd be locked in your human form, and I mean pure human form, so not kitsune form. Your human form. Not go. Why is that? Well, so then when it comes time to birthing, you don't have to deal with obviously tail and ears, though obviously it's up to you. Though you can also decide to obviously transform into your fox form and fall pregnant that way. Then though you'd spend 9 months on that, you'd spend around 9 months in your fox form, and then once you do give birth, you'd probably end up giving birth to any number between 1 and I don't know, and 10. How many? How many can fit in your womb? I guess. Well, yeah. And I just somewhat golf and go. I think I'll stay as my kitsune form. I could care less about having to give birth with foxes and a tail and whatever. Good, so I go, just thought I'd tell you. And I'd go, thank you for telling me. And go, wonder if you could change your gender though, and she'd blink and go, what now? And the fox would go, I guess I forgot to mention this, as she'd forgot to mention what now, Kurama. Is the fox, as she'd appear in her mindscape as the fox would be, you see somewhat kitsunes of a tell, or more specifically, I can change my genders, and I'm not exactly 100% sure, so that's why I didn't mention it, and I somewhat forgot to mention it, but you may also be able to change your gender, and that may also be why you're a somewhat female, and that you may also be able to become a male again, though I'm not 100% sure, so, yeah. Naruto just at this point be glaring at the fox, though she'd just let her a sigh and would go, well, just about what number of tails would I require in a way to switch genders, as the fox go, if you can't right now, then it'd have to be, you'd have to acquire, 7 more tails. So it'd have to be a 9-tailed kitsune or fox. Yeah. Just somewhat shakily say not 100% sure what its container is going to do. As she just look at the fox and go, well, there's probably no point me trying right now. As fox would and go, why? You can? It's like, yeah, but didn't you tell me what was it when I first woke up? or but no, when I'd asked you about if I could become a fox or that, and you told me that it'd be somewhat, well, it'd be somewhat stupid because I wouldn't change my mindscape because I didn't know what I looked like as a fox. Not as such, I wouldn't, or at least I wouldn't mentally change, but physically I would. In the real world I would, but mentally I wouldn't. And the fox go, that I did. Though, yeah, I'd presume the only changes would be, well, your chest going flat, your hips shortening, yeah, that'd go, well, and, well, as much as it would have been nice to know 3 weeks or that ago, whenever I woke up initially as a gal, I've gotten used to being a gal now, so I'm not gonna bother trying to change. And, well, yeah, as I just stated, I prefer now being a gal, so guess tough luck to you, hey Kurama. And the fox go, meh. The only thing I don't like is when you somewhat decide to, though the only time I'll ever cut the connection is when you're mating with your mate, while having sex. I don't exactly want to have the feeling of being penetrated. That's not fun. Now they'd quack an eyebrow and go, oh, you know what that's like, now do you? As folks would go, well, of course I do. I was sealed inside your mum, for Christ's sake. And yeah, I was sealed inside of your mum, and while your mum had you, I was sealed inside of you, so of course I'd know what it was like, and I didn't like it one bit. Plus, I was also chained to a planetary body, so yeah, I didn't exactly like your mum as a whole. She wasn't the best container I had. You're the best one I've had so far. That I would go, thank you. And the fox would just somewhat blush and go, well, anyway, is that I'd quack an eyebrow and go, is the big 9-tailed fox got a soft spot for me? The fox would just somewhat stare at her and then go, no, what would give you that idea? As she'd go, well, your 9 tails seem to be saying otherwise. As the fox would look back at its tails and would just glare at them, which yeah, she'd just somewhat shake her head and would then disappear, would leave the fox to its own volition, which at the time of our disappearing from her mind was it trying to Biju bomb its own tails. Not exactly sure how efficient a Biju bomb would be to get your tails to pay attention or to start listening. Well, but anyway, whatever. She didn't care if it Biju bomb its own butt off, it seemed like. And yeah, that's where I'm going to end this part, guys. So if you have enjoyed it, tell me in the comments down below. Of course, if you want part 5, also tell me. And hope you have a good day or night, and hope at least some of you are looking forward to part 16 to what if Kurama's chocolate turns now into a female. Because I believe that would then be with part 16 added on. I think that would be possibly the longest running part what if I've done. So yes, anyway guys, have a good day or night, depending on wherever you are, and whenever you are watching this, be it day or night. So yes, Anyway, good. Bye!